Greetings!
Hello everyone, good evening. It's currently April 17, Thursday at 8:09 p.m. local time, and I'm back with a little bit more Map Labs The Wrap Up 3. Tonight's stream is going to be a little bit different than usual. I think I need to turn that down a little bit. Oops. Sorry about that. Didn't expect that saw blade.
What up?
Hi. Oh, hi, Vizzies. Also, greetings, Vizzies. Hi, Zapazard. Hi, XD. XD, I saw the Victor model that you've been working on that you posted in the Discord. It looks really, really good. I have so many points I could spam for hours. I need more redeems for you guys. So what I was going to say was this stream is going to be a little bit different because I've already completed reviewing Map Labs The Wrap Up 3, and I submitted my user review and everything, and the winners have been announced. But I want to go back to the Wrap Up 3 to finish one of the entries that I couldn't finish during my regular stream. You might want to raise prices. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't have enough redeems. I never came up with anything good for stream. So if you do come up with any ideas for redeems, feel free to let me know. Damn red in his ambient generic saw blade. Yeah, no, that's a good background. I want to go back and replay specifically Arrowhead campaign. That's what I've been looking to replay. There were 3 entries in this Map Labs that I wasn't able to complete all the way through. They were Seal the Pit, the Warden, and Arrowhead campaign. I know how to beat Seal the Pit, so I might go back to that one if I have time. But mostly I want to dedicate this stream to the Arrowhead campaign and try to beat it. And the reason is because I wasn't able to beat it during my review stream, but I'm really enamored with the concept and I really just want to play more. I was getting very frustrated because it's a very difficult map, and so I expect to die many times over in this playthrough, but I figure if I dedicate an entire stream to this entry, I should be able to beat it on stream, hopefully. And if there's extra time, then I can go back to Seal the Pit. I don't think we'll get to the Warden today because the Warden is an entire game on its own. Maybe I should go back and do an entire stream for the Warden. I'll think about it. Let me know if you guys want me to do the Warden stream. XD says, thank you, I just need to do the arms for it. I made lots of improvements for it, especially the self-illums for the black and white skin. Oh, so you made like a black and white skin to look like the background. The red and blue hound eyes remind me of that one Map Labs entries with that pet hound eyes. Yeah, there was one, I don't know if it was eye candy, there was one I think in 3 rooms that had, maybe, oh, eye candy had pet hound eyes too. 3 rooms I know had some friendly hound eyes. We need more friendly hound eyes and friendly Zen aliens. I think it's a fun idea. Hi, Hell. The main piece of advice I have for you is you can stop the fighters from spawning by avoiding shooting the airship engines as long as possible. I don't really want to cheese it, though. I might try that, but I think my main tactic is going to be something that you told me about last time, which is that I can stay out of the line of fire if I can attack from a distance and try to avoid being directly within the line of fire of those turrets. That's what I'm going to try. We're going to start from the beginning again. And the only other announcement on the agenda is that on Saturday, I think I'm going to review Beyond the Bar 2, which just came out. It's a mapping challenge for Dark Interval, and some of the entries looked really good to me, so I'm excited to try that out. So many good entries in this challenge. I feel like I didn't do them justice because I got stuck or complained so much in my review stream. But anyways, we're going to start with the Arrowhead campaign. And I have my handy-dandy off-brand Xbox controller.
Despite our initial successes on the eastern seaboard, the Combine have reconsolidated their forces and have resisted further offensives. However, with our recent capture and repair of the Welland Canal, we've managed to move the telecarrier Serdika and its support fleet into position in Lake Superior. The Combine in the area have failed to react to the
It probably is that cow.
due to their unfamiliarity with naval warfare. RADF Command has therefore tasked Spectre Squadron.
I like that naval warfare is a weakness of the Combine. It kind of makes sense. We never see them in the water.
Before we launch an all-out invasion of City 32. Your first target is a group of water harvester rigs near Devil's Island. Overwatch doesn't appear to have a major land or air presence, but we're very deep.
Is this Red Zombie's voice, by the way?
or anything.
Sounds like it could be him.
There. Dismissed.
I really like how you fly into a teleporter. Like, that just makes sense for the Resistance. Nothing else about the setup kind of feels like the Resistance to me, but that does in particular. Oh, I just saw it clip through that light. This starting map is a little bit... like, you can see the edges of the map very clearly. It's not super detailed, but I can't really blame you, because you probably had to do a ton of work to implement the mechanics.
Spectre Squadron, this is AWACS Watchdog. I'm counting 2 main extract.
What is shooting down?
To engage.
I feel like maybe I'm out of the loop.
This is Spectre 2, Comet.
Okay, I'm doing a lot better with the controls this time. What does left bumper do? I made this intro like day 4 and was gonna go back and touch it and never touch it again. Yeah, a lot of things are that way. I mean, you wouldn't believe like how many things in Entropy 02 were intended to be placeholders and then we just never replaced them. Hi Marv, welcome. I'm playing a MapLabs entry called the Arrowhead Campaign.
Selecting deployed surface-to-air missiles. Stay loaded. Comet engaging.
Okay. Oh, I didn't. Oh. There's my first death already. Maybe we should have a death counter. Oh, I didn't think about that, guys.
Squadron, weapons free.
A death counter would be perfect for this stream.
Selecting deployed
Man.
surface-to-air missiles. Stay loaded. Keep out of their range.
If
Engaging.
if any of you want to, feel free to keep an unofficial death counter in the chat. The green Zenfast head grub. Yeah, I mean that isn't actually in the game, but it was definitely a placeholder. I mean, it's in the files, but it's not like used in the game.
SAM side down. 2 more to go. Watch the missiles. Extractor well destroyed.
You think they made this music? I think that it's from a library, right? Hal, if you're still in chat, is this music from a royalty-free library? I think that's what he said last time. It's all itch.io royalty-free packs. Are they credited at the end of the map? Just because I want to see what the tracks are called, who made them, that sort of thing. Yeah, it sounds really nice for what it is. It doesn't sound a whole lot like a Half-Life soundtrack, but I think that's okay. This is really its own kind of game. I'm taking my sweet time here. Oh, I'm gonna miss this approach. Okay, credits list the creators. That was a close one. Seems like the guns are a little bit off from where the crosshair is. There we go.
Spectres, I'm seeing dropships evacuating from the island platform. Take them out before they can leave the airspace.
There's the dropships.
Spectre 1 flash.
Hal, I was telling one of my friends about this map concept, and we were just talking about like different ways you could take this idea, and he was talking about what if there was a map where you had to steal a fighter, and so you started out on the ground, and then you had to like fight your way to the hangar, and then get into a fighter, and then fly away. There's a lot of cool things you could do with these controls, I think, where you're like mixing the gameplay with more typical Half-Life 2 stuff. I just think there's a lot of mileage you could get out of this. The bullet traces themselves are straight, but the particles are not. Why don't they line up?
Stand by for slingshot.
Hold it. Watchdog. I'm seeing a light coming from the island rig.
What the? Radar's tracking a bogey near Devil's Island.
Uh-oh.
Will have eyes.
We got a bogey. It's the incisor.
Looks like some kind of jet. Combine markings.
Spectre Squadron. IFF designates the leaker as incisor. Weapons free. Do not let it approach the fleet.
This is Comet. I'm spiked. Photon, see if you can get a shot.
Who is the other voice actor
Destroyed. Well done.
besides Red Zombie?
Target data to command now.
Changing the gameplay halfway through would probably be jarring. Yeah, but like it'd be cool though.
Unfortunately, these new incisor jets.
Is it really Kralik? It sounds like him. I didn't think it was him though.
Contesting the skies is paramount to successful invasion of the city. But the longer we wait, the more jets Overwatch will teleport in. We're moving in ASAP, and Spectre Squadron will provide support.
Oh, I haven't heard of them before.
Eidolon Squadron was ambushed. They've engaged at least 4 bogies near the fleet.
Yeah, it's not him.
Scramble. We need to clear the skies if we want to win this war. Spectre 1 confirmed on station.
Let me try something a second. I gotta. Okay.
All bogies confirmed as incisors, marking them on radar. Weapons free.
How many did Overwatch deploy? At least I'm ready after the last dogfight.
So after this map, do you think you'll do any more flight sim type stuff in Source Engine? Ooh, there's rain on the screen. That's so cool. Too far away for me to lock on. Hi, Mage. Welcome. Oh. Mage, can you believe someone made, well, not someone, but Hal9000 is in the chat, made this entire flight simulator in a map for Half-Life 2 in a Map Labs challenge? Because I think that's pretty neat.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. Oh. Yeah, Mage, the last time I played this, I sort of had to rage quit because I was reviewing all of the entries and I ran out of time. And I wasn't doing very well, but I'm going to go back to it and redeem myself by beating the whole entry today. Hi, Ian. We're doing well. I'm playing the Arrowhead campaign from Map Labs The Wrap-Up 3. You don't know if you can get Red Zombie back for more missions? Oh, I'm sure he'd be interested. You mean just for the voice acting? It seems like something he would do. I shouldn't speak for him, but it seems like something he would be interested in.
Spectre 1, Splash 1.
Uh-oh. You gave up on that one? Yeah, I gave up on it in the review stream because I didn't have enough time, but now I'm going back to do an entire stream dedicated to this entry. And I'm thinking about maybe doing the same thing for the Warden, which is another really long entry. But this stream is just going to be for this one. The Warden I almost beat, but I got soft-locked near the very end of the story, which is a little disappointing. It's a really huge entry, though. I'm not used to having a separate, like, trigger controls for yaw. Like, that is really messing me up, because I keep wanting to use the thumbstick for yaw, but yaw is the right and left trigger on the gamepad, so keep messing up the controls. Oh. Okay, maybe I can... Let's try spinning, that's a cool trick. Got that one.
All fighters confirmed down. Spectre and Eidolon remain on station until we confirm there are no more threats to the fleet. There they
The music works so well for this mission.
130 might be another incisor flight.
Watchdog, this is Comet. I have eyes on the leaker. It's a massive jet.
The leaker.
Watchdogs to all planes. New orders are to take down the airship as quickly as possible. Target
Okay, so my tactics for the airships have to be staying at a distance.
Looks like its dorsal hull and tail are covered in guns. Try attacking it from the front.
Oh, he does say trying attacking it from the front, and I completely ignored that last time.
Ground target destroyed.
You downloaded basically every action music pack on itch and combined them for Ace Combat tracks. Yeah. I mean, like, Half-Life soundtrack was based on sound samples, you know, sound libraries, when you think about it. That's probably selling it a little short, but...
Nice work, Spectre 1. Once the weapon
Oh, I'm in the danger zone. Oh, that was close. I'm very slowly turning. We will get there eventually. Okay, we got it.
Everyone target the
We got him. I think that the yaw speed should be a little bit faster. I don't know if that's realistic for like how an aircraft like this would move, but I just feel like whenever I'm turning so slowly.
confirmed hit. The airship is going down.
Airship going down. This looks pretty intense. I suck at driving aircraft at pretty much every game I played. Me too, XD. That's why I struggled so hard with this entry, especially in the review stream. I don't know if you saw any of that stream, but I was having a really hard time. But now I feel like I'm doing better. I'm getting used to the controls.
Shot in RTB. It's time to move in on the city.
Oh. Oh, I think I skipped... Did I skip the whole thing? I think I skipped the briefing. It's not good.
How many, Watchdog?
I think I hit Y on my controller by accident.
Head on.
Copy.
That's okay, we did get the exposition in the last stream, but... Oh well. Half-Life Interlude is canceled? What? You're kidding. Why would that be canceled? I'm really surprised to hear that.
This way.
What? That you said it might be canceled. Why are you saying it might be canceled? It saved from last stream? Did it really? I think this started over from last stream. Or did it save, like, just passing the exposition from when I tried to restart it? Huh. Oh yeah, wait, the airships are already there. Yeah, I guess you're right that it saved from the last one. Ooh, hello. Thanks for following, Mage. Appreciate it. Nope, I'm dead. This is gonna take us a while. Strap in. We're gonna be here a while.
Indicates an airship battle group approaching from the south. Take them out before they wipe out our ground forces.
How many, Watchdog?
At least 3. Stay low and take them head on.
Copy.
Hold on just a second. I'm gonna quick take a BRB. I gotta take care of something in a second, then I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Thanks for waiting, guys.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Greetings.
Ground unit.
Also, I saw your greetings earlier, Vizzies.
Ground target destroyed.
Don't think I didn't see it. Greetings. Yeah, thank you.
Fox 2, Fox 2. Spectre 1 is hit.
Oh, I've been hit. I really can't afford to take a single missile. You know? Like, if I get shot with a missile once, that's 33% damage. That's really more than I can afford. Oh, that was really loud. Ow.
1 is hit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. This is not the run. There's this sound in the background of the soundtrack that's happening right now that sounds a little bit like the alarm noise that I have. And so I keep thinking that my timer is going off, or not alarm, but timer rather. Like the timer that I set up for the Map Labs reviews. So I keep thinking that my timer is going off, but it's actually the background of the music track.
Ground unit hit.
Oh. We're gonna be here a while.
Sees Watchdog to Alcon. Radar indicates an airship battle
That's all good.
from the south. Take them out before they wipe out our ground forces.
How many, Watchdog?
At least 3. Stay low and take them head on.
Copy.
This is actually a Kevin MacLeod track? Oh. A lot of times Map Labs entries aren't tested a lot because there isn't much time. It's one of the major problems. It's difficult to do well. Ow. Oh, I took a missile. I can't get hit with a missile once or the whole thing is over. Also, hi, Captain Haxray. Now I want to make a music track for an entry that samples the Arabic Nokia ringtone. No, please don't. Not the ringtones. Okay, I got it. No, 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 no. Okay. We're good. We're chilling. We're chilling. No, we're not chilling. Incoming fire.
Ground unit hit.
We are not chilling. Ah! This is intense. No! Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going for this one, the AA guns. Pulling up like that is the ideal missile dodge? Yeah. Oh no. The guns have a longer range than I gave them credit for. Okay. We're not gonna mess with the engines. We want to take out their weapons first. So I'm gonna... Ooh.
Ground unit hit. Ground target destroyed.
Okay, we're almost there, guys. How are you guys doing today? Never Mappy uses a fire alarm in one of the tracks. Implement smell-o-vision. So it smells like your apartment's burning down. No. Don't do not the smell-o-vision. Can you imagine how bad the game Half-Life Alyx would smell in VR with smell-o-vision? I mean, it's just like mold. The entire game is covered in mold. Resident Evil 7? Please no. Don't say moist.
Airship is no factor. Keep up the attack. Recon reports incisors deploying from the Citadel. Focus on the airships, but watch
Nice.
the attacks. One splash.
Okay. Uh-oh. No! Okay.
Sees Watchdog to Alcon. Radar indicates an airship battle group approaching from the south. Take them out before they wipe out our ground forces.
Nice.
How many, Watchdog?
What's the video about?
That's 3. Stay low and take them head on.
Copy.
Ground unit hit.
Oh, nice. That sounds like fun. Some of those Gmod realism videos are... Oh, man, I might as well give up. Some of those Gmod realism videos are, like, pretty intricate. They put a lot of shots together. They have a lot of content in them. Oh, what gave you the idea to work on the Victor model, XD? I'm upside down, guys.
Ground unit hit. Spectre 1 missile did not connect. Lost. Ground unit hit.
Ow.
Been hit.
No, I missed. There's no way. This is not the run. That was not the run.
Sees Watchdog to Alcon. Radar indicates an airship battle group approaching from the south. Take them out before they wipe out our ground forces.
How many, Watchdog?
At least 3. Stay low and take them head on.
No, don't put a crypto miner in the map. I know Hal made an entire flight simulator in a map, but please don't put an entire crypto miner in your map. No! Oh my goodness. You put a crypto miner in a flight simulator, the goal is to complete it before your PC combusts. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have much luck with that. I really have to play it more safe, I think, with these strafing runs. What if it doesn't mine crypto, it just simulates mining crypt? Yeah, it's the crypto mining experience, you know? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna try this one instead. Please don't shoot me with the anti-aircraft guns. Please stop shooting me with the anti-aircraft guns. No! Yeah, don't worry, there's no URLs in chat. Ah, okay. Thought I was gonna get it. That sounds cool, XD. Sorry, I didn't read the entire message because I'm focusing. But I read it, just not out loud. I'm not gonna make it. Oh boy.
Ground unit hit.
Not gonna make it. Oh.
Sees Watchdog to Alcon. Radar indicates an
One thing I'm not used to is like holding the controller with
about our ground forces.
the triggers and the bumpers
At least
at the same time with different fingers.
head on.
Usually when I'm playing a first-person shooter, I just have like just my finger on the trigger, and if I have to hit the bumper, I move my finger up to the bumper. But in this case, I need to press the trigger and the bumper at the same time independently. So that's like muscle memory I haven't really developed, I guess. I don't usually use a gamepad like that. Maybe one day we'll get a Synergy stream. Yeah, I think I've explained before, but like I am not really ready for a multiplayer stream. I don't know what that would look like. Like streaming multiplayer games is very different from streaming single player games. But you know, someday we'll probably get a Left 4 Dead stream before Synergy. Honestly, I feel like that would be easier to manage. I also am not opposed to the idea of doing collabs with my friends, but nobody's suggested that yet. So, I mean, as it stands, I mean, I like doing, like, review streams of mods and stuff, so it's kind of a completely different subject from multiplayer games. I've been wanting to make a custom control rebinding screen for maps like this. Oh, no. That would be awesome, actually. I mean, I probably would have bound my own controls. I don't know what I would want the controls to look like for this, but probably I would try to change the yaw to something other than the triggers. I think that's where my issue is mostly. Like, using the triggers for the yaw is very difficult for me. Lately, the multiplayer game everybody has been playing and streaming has been Repo, and I kind of missed the trend with Repo. I haven't played it yet. It looks like a lot of fun. It looks a lot like Lethal Company. I can see why it has some advantages over Lethal Company. But yeah, I don't play those games very often. It's only if... Oh my goodness, I have only 1 HP left. But it's only if people who I know are playing it and they ask me to play and they're also playing it, you know, so I've just never gotten around to it. I gotta play more Helldivers too as well. With Repo and Lethal Company, it makes me want to see someone make a Gmod version. Is there not already a Gmod version? It's actually making me curious. 'Cause it seems like something that they would make a Gmod version about. No! Okay. I can't take a single point of damage or else I'll die. There's a half port of Lethal Company entities done very poorly. Oh, I see. Yeah, like I know there's like a VR chat map for Lethal Company and there's a VR chat map for Repo, but I don't think they have all the mechanics in the games implemented. Oh my goodness. I'm turning so slowly. Slowest turner in the West. Okay, here we go.
Spectre 1/1. Ash is no factor. Keep up the attack.
It would be a mess to code, I imagine, but Jazzanauts managed to pull off maps off the workshop. Oh, that made me nervous. Okay, I think we've almost got this.
Spectre 1, Splash 1.
Ah.
Is Watchdog to Alcon. Radar indicates an airship battle group approaching from the south. Take them out before they wipe out our ground forces.
How many, Watchdog?
At least 3. Stay low and take them head on.
Copy.
Oof. That's exactly how I feel. I don't think I've ever played a game that's like so difficult on stream that I can't even like read chat messages coherently. Oh, I took so much damage. Oh. This is not the run. But it's okay. I'm zen because we have this entire stream to wrap up this entry. No other entries to play, no review scores to get in. We're just gonna play this. Difficulty unlock after the beat of the game on normal mode. Yeah, that's very true. I mean, balancing games is really, really hard. I think the problem is when you test something, you get good at it really quickly. So you always need to assume that things are a little bit more difficult than they seem. Ah, no! Ah. Yeah, it's over. It's so over. Yeah, they don't have a lot of energy weapons on these. I know I'm not doing the strat. I'm destroying this before the other one's guns are.
No factor. Keep up the attack. Recon reports incisors deploying from the Citadel. Focus on the airships, but watch your backs.
Oh. That one almost got me. It was too easy and I overcorrected. Yeah, it's really easy to do. To overcorrect for a perceived balance issue. I mean, just look at like the Helldivers patches. Oh, come on.
Sees Watchdog to Alcon. Radar indicates an airship battle group approaching from the south. Take them out before they wipe out our ground forces.
How many, Watchdog?
At least 3. Stay low and take them head on.
Copy.
Hi, Gildan. Welcome. We're playing the Arrowhead campaign from the Wrap-Up 3. Especially things where one fighter was way too easy, but when they all target you, it overwhelms. Yeah, I can totally see that.
Ground target destroyed.
Because it's hard to know how balancing changes will affect a fight when there's like a lot of them all at once. You know, it doesn't always scale. Come on. No, 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 no. Okay. Ooh, that scared me for a second there. I didn't know this was a horror map. Okay, we're doing good this time. Here we go. Ah, that didn't go very well.
Sees Watchdog to Alcon. Radar indicates an airship battle group approaching from the south. Take them out before they wipe out our ground forces.
How many?
Okay, guys, this is the run.
At least 3. Stay low and take them head on.
Copy.
Are you ready for this? Ow. Okay, never mind. This is not the run. This is so not the run. Yeah, actually, you're probably right about that.
Sees Watchdog to Alcon. Radar indicates an airship battle group approaching from the south. Take them out before they wipe out our ground forces.
How many, Watchdog?
At least 3. Stay low and take them head on.
Copy.
Yeah, you mean the teammate fighters? That probably would help. That also could overcorrect and make it too easy if the allies can take out the airships all by themselves.
Ground unit hit. Fox 2. Ground unit hit. This way. Ground target destroyed.
Oh no!
Ground unit hit.
There we go. That's better. How are they hitting me from that distance? This doesn't... Okay. I don't understand how their range works.
Sees Watchdog to Alcon. Radar indicates an airship battle group approaching from the south. Take them out before they wipe out our ground forces.
Sometimes I can be really close and they won't be able to shoot me, and sometimes I'm
3. Stay
quite a distance away and they're able to hit me.
Copy.
this way.
Oh no.
Ground unit hit. Photon
Ow.
been hit. Ground unit hit.
Hi, Playnet. Welcome. Thanks for joining. We're playing the Arrowhead campaign, which is a map for Half-Life 2 in a mapping challenge called the Wrap-Up 3. Oh, that was close. This is so intense. No! Okay. These missiles are going to take me out this time, because I'm I'm trying to stay at a distance, but now I'm dodging the missiles less effectively. And Eon, I'd rather not talk about that sort of thing on stream, to be honest. Well,
Sees Watchdog to Alcom. Radar indicates an airship battle group approaching from the south. Take them out before they wipe out our ground forces.
How many, Watchdog?
At least 3. Stay low and take them head on.
Copy.
the AI targets where it thinks you're going to be when its bullets reach you, so flying in a straight line is the main way to get shredded. Okay, so I have to avoid flying in a straight line? Oh, that's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard. Really toned down its accuracy. Yeah, I agree. Oh, how did that hit me? Yeah, giving the players a cheat window is always a good idea. So, this isn't actually the Citadel model, is it? Like, you modified it, I think. No, it is. It's because it's got the cables. But it looks like you made some changes to the Citadel for it to work in this context. You did a good job. I can tell there's like some parts of the Citadel I like remade or modified. Maybe I'm wrong about that. It's the stripped superstructure of the model with brushwork main structure. Okay, that makes sense. That's what I was seeing. No. No spoilers. Okay, we're really low on health. Oh no, the Incisors have missiles too, don't they? Oh no, 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 no. Oh! Oh man. Okay.
How many, Watchdog?
Where'd the music go?
At least 3. Stay
This is
low.
kind of unsettling without any music.
Copy.
Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Ground target destroyed. Ground unit hit. Fox 2.
We're getting there. Missile did not connect. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. There we go. G-Man ran into issues with the speaker system.
Photon got a kill.
There's that ship over there.
Airship.
It's so cool to see a big battlefield like this.
Recon reports incisors deploying from the Citadel.
Not the incisors.
Airships, but watch your backs.
Okay. We're almost there, guys. One more airship.
There go the airships, but what about these fighters? There's no end to them. Hold a comment. Command is forwarding a solution now. If they don't think of something fast, we're gonna lose all our planes. All squadrons, command has confirmed the presence of a teleporter inside the Citadel. They need a plane to fly inside the Citadel with a strong. What? That's impossible.
They want me to fly into the Citadel?
Way to target the teleporter. Ground units will open up an exit at the base, forwarding entry point data now.
I don't know if I trust this. I'm gonna crash into it.
That's a miss.
Oh, man. Entry point.
Logs to, logs to.
Okay, I don't trust that. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Oh. Okay, do I have to shoot the entry point first? How do I... Oh, okay, I shot it. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, no. There's no... Oh, my goodness. Okay. Oh, boy. I'm gonna crash. Oh, I'm gonna crash. Oh. If that sets me back to the beginning, I'm gonna cry.
See is watching.
Oh, my... That's ridiculous.
Approaching.
That's absurd.
They wipe out our ground forces.
You gotta be shitting me.
Watchdog,
No way.
stay low and take them head on.
That's completely insane. Why? Like, how could there not be an autosave? Like, that's just... How could you do this? Is quick save disabled? No, saving entirely is broken. If you save and load, it'll crash the game. You forgot? So when I fly into the Citadel, I have to make sure that I have like a wide angle of approach and I'm going straight down vertical. Otherwise, you will you'll crash. Yeah, Mage, because this is made in the Half-Life 2 engine, if you save the game and load, it's gonna crash because of VScript. There's this thing called VScript that was added in the modding platform that we use called MapBase. And because VScript is used really heavily to implement all of the flight sim controls in this, sometimes VScript doesn't work very well when you save and load the game. It's a problem that I've had a lot because I use VScript a lot in my maps. Because the MapBase is what we use for Entropy 02. The creator of MapBase is one of the EZ2 developers.
Watch your backs.
Yeah, so this is hardcore mode. I've bribed the moderators to retroactively revoke all votes. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh no, 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 no. Ah. Man. This is like the hardest game I've played in a while.
Dog to Alcon. Radar indicates an airship
Hi, Sassy Ross.
approaching from the south.
You made what?
Wipe out our ground forces.
You worked on one of these entries, right? That was Oh, Blue Canary. Yeah, I loved Blue Canary. I don't know if you got to see any of that stream, but that was a fantastic map. Blue Canary, man. Yeah, I know. I loved your map.
3. Stay low and take them head on.
Well deserved as one of the winners. I especially liked like the world building of it, the way it's set up. You know, the player character's role in the Combine and the like the environment and every. It's just so good. I did get stuck on the last puzzle a little bit, but my mouse cursor is a little off. Maybe I should. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna try keyboard and mouse. I'm gonna do it. No, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. I don't know how to do this. What am I doing? Why did I do this? Oh my goodness, this is worse. I thought this would be better. This is so much worse. Ah. Help. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, back to the controller. That was a mistake.
Sees Watchdog to Alcon. Radar
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. I think the only thing that that I would recommend for the puzzle is that I don't think that I realized that the blue goop was conductive.
head on.
There's a lot of different blue goops in the Half-Life 2 universe, and I didn't realize that it would charge up. Maybe you had some signs that hinted to that, but they kind of flew over my head. So, if there is some way to like warn the player that it's conductive, and the obvious thing to do would be to make it spark. And I wish there was some way for you to do that without making it spark, because that's like the, you know, the cliche thing, the sparking water. But I think that really is the best way to let people know that something is electrified. I never know the etiquette for what can be fixed post-launch. I don't either. I remember my map, Shadow Walker 2, I always wanted to change the ending. And at one point, I got blessings to change the ending for a post-release. Maybe that was for like the Steam release that never happened. But then they later on changed that. They were like, no, you can never change the ending of a map. What are you talking about? So I don't know. I don't know if there's a very consistent like guideline on that. It's probably different moderators over the years, too, because that was years and years ago that entry came out. That was one of the very first entries, actually. There's a little pop-up with an electromagnetic warning. Oh, that's what it is. That makes sense. Yeah, it's like that rule of threes, where they say you need someone to read something 3 times to actually learn it. But the map was incredible. So I did want to ask a little bit about the lore, the world building of the map. Well, no, I guess it's more like the plot of the map. In the ending, and this is going to be spoilers for anyone who hasn't played it yet, but in the ending, you find Gordon encased in this crystal. Were you intending that that is the exact spot where the Combine found the G-Man for like again, big spoilers, cover your ears, chat, but for Half-Life Alyx, when they caught the G-Man, is that the intention, or was it like sort of 2 separate events where they found the G-Man's crystal there and then they captured him later on? I don't know if I'm making any sense. I'm sorry. I think it was more that G-Man had to keep Gordon in a physical location, but they captured him later in City 17. That makes so much more sense. Because that really confused me at first. I was like, but wait, the G-Man was caught in a building, like an apartment building. He wasn't caught in a random, like, barn, you know? But that makes more sense when you say it like that. So that clears that up. I'm the only reviewer that comments on the lore? Why? Like, that's like half of the fun for me. Wow, that was a really bad voice crack there. This map is really getting to me, guys.
Keep up the attack. Recon reports inside.
Can't wait to see the Borealis again. Yeah, it's such a fascinating,
Watch your back.
like, concept.
Logs to
You know, using the Philadelphia experiment.
top shot one down.
I remember a theory that said Barney was the one originally imprisoned. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like imprisoned by the... yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not really following. I'm glad the ending made sense. In the last few weeks, I was panic mode trying to figure out how to add Gordon until I remembered Half-Life Survivor had a Gordon model. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were going to use the Half-Life Alyx model or the Half-Life Survivor model. And I'm glad you used the model that you did, because I think it fits the Half-Life 2
Fighters.
art style really well. I like the Half-Life Alyx model, but the one you used felt like it just fit in with the
All our planes.
surrounding level really well.
Copy. Stand by. All squadrons, command has confirmed
Take your time, you got this? I don't know.
they need a plane to fly inside the Citadel and destroy it. What?
Yeah, I think usually the etiquette is, as long as your intention is to fix bugs that people had, they're probably not going to go through your map and like check what you changed. It's kind of an honor system. That's what I understand, that it's like, you're not supposed to make story or like visual changes to the map, but anything that's like a bug that could prevent players from playing is fair game. We're just gonna fly up into the sky for a while. Okay. I need to make sure I go straight down towards the Citadel. It's really hard. Okay. Okay, this is hard. What's your favorite EZU ending? Oh, easily the Traitor ending. Spoilers, but... I gotta be careful about spoilers. I don't want to ruin anything for anyone, but... so I better not talk about what the endings entail, but... Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, no! Ah!
Spectre
Oh, this is...
structure to target the power systems.
Thread the needle. This feels kind of like, Return of the Jedi. Going into the Death Star.
Ground target destroyed.
How do I get out? Oh, no. Okay. Oh,
Eyes on
we did it.
Teleporter destroyed.
Teleporter destroyed.
Watchdog to command. Citadel is neutralized. City
Yeah.
ours.
We took out an entire Citadel. Nice. Let's go. So there's all the music that was used. All audio was licensed under CC BY 4.0. Cloudless imagery, Ace Combat and Project Wingman, assets from CSS, Global Offensive, Left 4 Dead 2, and Black Mesa. So Black Mesa had the Harrier model. What was from Left 4 Dead 2, Global Offensive? Oh, thanks for the healing. Appreciate it. Like, what did you use each of the assets from each of the games from? Just out of curiosity. Ooh, that's a cool background. Oh, I love that. I want to see the incisors make another appearance in anything really, as like a skybox prop. Textures for some of the buildings. That makes sense. I didn't really pay much attention to the buildings. So I wish I could like look at each of the models close up, to be honest, because I was really curious what the incisors look like. I gotta admit, I would expect the Combine to use something more like a synth for their fighters, but I don't really know what that would look like. Like, we only get to see the gunships, and gunships are clearly not really, like, fighters. Like, they're clearly they're air to surface, like, anti-personnel type weapons. It makes sense for the Combine, because the Combine are focused on pacifying civilians, right? Like, we don't really see them using actual, like, military, like, they don't have fighters, they don't have bombers, they just have the gunships that are, like, hunting for individual people. Helicopters are clearly normal vehicles. You're right, yeah. So I guess the Incisor fits in the same category as the Hunter Chopper. That makes sense. Gotta explore the map source files, especially for Arrowhead and the Warden. Ooh, are the map source files included? We could do that. We could make this into a little bit of a Hammer stream. I love this background. Synth Manta. Oh, you're right. Oh, that sounds kind of cool, actually. Like a synth version of the Manta Rays from Half-Life. You'd really like Bad Cop to make a return to City 10? That was in a lot of the early ideas for Entropy 02. Breadman went through a lot of sort of scripts for Entropy 02. He had all kinds of ideas. I've seen some of them. I don't think I've even seen everything that he has written down for it. But none of the City 10 ideas were really clicking. And at some point, he, with the team at the time, that was before I joined, but they had the idea to take it to the Arctic, and that kind of inspired the EZ2 that we know now. They called it Arctica at first, and then they changed it back to EZ2 later. There's no way I'm doing organic modeling. Oh, that's so fair, though. Maybe you could, like, if it was me, I know this is super janky, but what I might do is use displacements and proper to make them. That's not good. Yeah, no, I think you'd need, like, a soft, like, sculpting, organic modeling kind of process for that. And I don't know anything about that. I'm not a very good 3D artist. I left what I remember from that Barney in the Vault theory above. Let me take a look. Sorry, I was very distracted. It said something that Barney also fit into Gordon's description, and he was the one that was imprisoned in the vault, but then G-Man took his place? What? That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I kind of get where you're going at. So it's like that would be the version of events that happened in the Half-Life 2 timeline, and then in Alex, G-Man is there instead of Barney. That just seems like extra steps, though, because, like, they wouldn't have an entire vault for Barney, which is exactly what G-Man says to Alex. Like, you wouldn't need all this to imprison Gordon Freeman. Clearly, the vault is, like, for the G-Man. I'm not really a 3D artist either. I'm extremely happy with how the models turned out. Yeah, how did you make those models, out of curiosity? I think, okay, so there's two different things I can do from here. Do we want to try to look into the files for the Arrowhead campaign and look at the V-scripts and look at the model sources? Or do we want to try to finish Seal the Pit? Because I think I can beat Seal the Pit now, and I didn't beat it on stream. I don't think I can commit to doing the Warden in this stream because that would be like another 2 to 3 hours. The terrain models, I imported a height map into Blender and split it into 16 chunks. That makes sense. What did you do for the aircraft, though? Seal the Pit is pretty quick. Yeah, why don't we do that first? I'll play Seal the Pit, and then we will, if there's still time... If there's still time, we will... Sorry, I'm looking if there's a channel I want to raid. There's channels I could raid. But yeah, we're gonna do the Seal the Pit. It's just such a, you know, actually, okay, I'm changing my mind. Vito, I'm gonna look into the map source files first because we just played Arrowhead campaign, so it's fresh in my mind. So I kind of want to look into it now. Let's see. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I know I want to open the map source files in Hammer. Hammer stream, guys. The fighter and airship, I basically worked off pretty direct reference of the F-117 and the YB-35. But like, did you model it yourself in Blender, or did you use something else? So I guess I'm wondering because I would have used Proper for this, but I'm wondering if that's like, you probably can't get very good results out of Proper. You probably used Blender and made it yourself. You winged it in Blender. I really gotta like sit down and learn Blender. I always say that, but it's like, it's so daunting. I know only enough Blender to be dangerous. You know, I made Scar Zero and the Zombigants in Blender, and I've made like tiny changes to models in Blender, like for VR chat models and stuff like that, but I never have managed to learn like, how do you just make something in Blender. And I should. I kind of owe it to myself to do that, but it's, I don't know, it's hard to find time to dedicate to something that's like that, in depth. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this shortcut, put it here, and open Hammer. Okay. No, don't update Hammer++. I'm gonna make a quick game config for the wrap-up 3. Where are the game configs at? I can't remember. Sorry guys, will only take a second. Or maybe it will take more than a second. Highly possible that it might take more than a second. I think this is where, yeah, so okay, so we're just gonna take this, another game config, call it wrap-up 3. Wrap-up 3. Wrap-up 3. Hopefully it has an FGD file in the root folder. I don't remember if it does. We'll find out. Yeah, there we go. No. Okay. So now we're in Hammer. We're gonna open up let's see. So wrap-up 3. Ooh, we've got a lot of I think HAL 1, 2, and 3 are this map. Flight Simulator. Ooh. Okay, so I can open up like Airship 1, the instance file in Hammer. Cool. Okay. I never named any of the music tracks until after I submitted the map. I suck at naming things. Did you make original music for because you made Seal the Pit, and you made the, why am I drawing a blank on the name? I can't remember the name of the game that it's based on. Drawing a blank here. This one, Ultra Wrap Up. Yeah. The Arrowhead VMFs are fascinating because so much of it is VScript that there's not a lot to see. I think that's really cool, and I want to make more maps that are like that, like VScript driven. So Zapazard, you made your own tracks for Ultra Wrap Up, Ultra Kill. All the music in Ultra Wrap Up was custom made. That's awesome. That's an incredible amount of work for this. So here's the model. Solution mesh. It's kind of cool. A lot of the music for Blue Canary was made from abandoned tracks, stems from some of my old projects. That's cool. That really fits the theme of the wrap up. It's not only that you're wrapping up the entry, but also the individual tracks. So I think that's a really cool backstory. Where's the model for the incisor? I really want to take a look at it. So this is what first. Hold on. Look at the engines on this thing. Okay. Were these gun turrets made in proper? They kind of look like they were originally made in Hammer because they have the Half-Life 2 textures. Yeah, nice. That's cool. I wouldn't have even noticed. I was never a big flight simulator player, so the game that Arrowhead Campaign reminded me of the most was Jedi Starfighter, which is a weird one to remember, but I remember playing it on the PlayStation 2 a lot when I was a kid. Ooh, Central Duluth. Okay, this is not what I was expecting. We got Harrier. Okay. The only one I played was Crimson Skies. That name is very familiar. My dad used to play a lot of flight sims back then. Not so much anymore. I remember we had like a joystick for the PC for flight sim games. I have a very early version of the track Grovel and Prey lying around that I scrapped because it was too jarring. Oh, which one was that one? Telecarrier. So why is this called Telecarrier? Is there a teleporter on the carrier as well? Is this a resistance carrier or a combine carrier? I should also change where my camera is. 1 second. Is that better? I think that might be better. The SAM sites. They look like that. That makes sense. Map 3, track 2. Yeah, so I can kind of imagine where that was. The Citadel. Okay, so you basically had to reconstruct the entire Citadel out of brushes for this, which is kind of crazy. A lot of work. It was very Star Wars at the end. I know you were more inspired by like Ace Combat, but like flying into a superstructure felt a lot like something you would do in a Star Wars game. That's cool. What else do we have? Player? Oh yeah. Lots of scripts. There's the camera, player VM. Hovercraft. What is that? Oh, I don't remember this. What was the hovercraft you used for? Was that like something on the water? It would be cool to see tiny infantry like combine soldiers in the map. Striker. Okay, this is the incisor. So you made this in Blender? The Strider site in map 3, these guys were landing. Oh. Lego minifig combine, yeah. This looks cool. I was really curious what this would look like up close. So I guess, like someone in chat pointed out earlier, this is sort of in the same area of combine tech as the Hunter Chopper, where it's like a combine version of a human design. I think that makes sense. So there's probably Overwatch soldiers piloting this, which is kind of funny to think about. I think we got just about everything. I remember this ship. I think this was the Rebel ship. Right. Duluth. Oh, the displacement doing load and hammer. That's sad. They got a hunter strapped to the flight wheel just freaking out. I think my curiosity is satisfied at this point. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we should look at. Oh, interesting. So these V scripts control the everything. This one is for the airship. Hi, Concordia Willows. Welcome. Thanks for joining. We're looking at the files for the entry that we played today called the Arrowhead Campaign. And I just want to see a little bit about how it was made because it's such a fascinating entry. The Arrowhead Campaign was a flight simulator that was made entirely in MapLabs. The missile knows where it is at all times. Because it knows... How does that go again? Because it knows where it isn't. The entire Combine air defense is a sitcom. None of them know how to pilot and keep strapping hunters into their fighter jets and hoping for the best. Yeah, the Combine, when you think about it, like we never really see them... Like, because the uprising is citizens against the Combine, we see them, like, pacifying citizens, but the rebels don't really have, like, tanks or aircraft or anything, so we never see any, like, large-scale battles with the Combine. Like, all of the Combine synths are designed as, like, weapons to keep people in line. Like, they're for targeting personnel, like, soft targets. They don't really have, like... I mean, the Strider has the Strider cannon, so I guess that would be, like, their anti-armor. Now that I think about it, yeah, they can do that. And the gunships have the belly cannons. So maybe I'm not giving the Combine enough credit. But I still feel like they don't have fighters until now. Now they have the Incisor fighters. All right, lads, 4:30 a.m. here. Have a good night. Have a good night, Bloody Cop. Thanks for joining. Hopefully you can join on Saturday to see the Beyond the Bar 2 review. The Combine knows where it is at all times. It knows this because it knows where it isn't. By subtracting where it is from where it isn't, or where it isn't from where it is, whichever is greater, it obtains a difference or deviation. The Overwatch uses deviations to generate corrective commands to drive the missile from a position where it is to a position where it isn't. And arriving at a position where it wasn't, it now is. So good. Interesting. There's like constants for drag. Why is E defined as a constant here? What is that used for? What does scale 6 do? Project on plane? The crab synth could have acted like some kind of AA gun. Ooh, that's a good idea. They do have that big minigun on them. Unironically, how my SAM code works. The Stalker being forced to fly an Incisor, seeing an anti-air missile hurtling towards the cockpit. What if Stalkers are used to pilot some Combine machinery? APCs have rockets, that's a good point. APCs would be good ground to air, right? Because they have those rockets that fly up in the air. I don't know. Yeah. So I'm glad we looked at this. I'm not gonna go too deep into it. That was our little quick peek under the hood for the Arrowhead campaign. I think before I wrap up here, I'm gonna try to beat the map Seal the Pit by Zapazard. Because last time I wasn't able to finish this one. So the thing that I misunderstood the first time that I played Seal the Pit is that you need to stay standing next to the terminal for the pit to seal. So it does say here the pit will start opening again if I leave the terminal. I thought it meant like leave the entire area. I didn't think it meant like literally leave like this spot, but that's what it means. Because I guess there's something that closes. I didn't see the thing that closes. There's also that one elite in Easy 2 with the rocket launcher in Chapter 5. Absolute legend, yeah. I can probably get ahead of some of this by tossing boards over here. Okay, I think you can only take one board at a time. That's okay. What does the text say over here? I might try to get through this vent. Yeah, I think we're ready. It's quite a contrast going from Arrowhead campaign to this. Okay. Do I press this? Okay. I like that you implemented an analog clock. I tried to do that for an Entropy 02 map, and my clock messed up the timing somehow. It works for a while, but it slowly drifts, and I don't know where I did my calculation wrong. Sealing is in progress, but what is actually sealing? Like, I don't see anything moving. I gotta go close that. FNAF style resource time management style map like this is a cool idea. I agree. Is that grenade impact drop sound? It sounds like it. I was wondering, like, I recognized that sound, but I didn't know where I recognized it from. I think you have some brightness issues. It could be. Oh, there's the grate. Now I see it moving. I would not have been able to figure out how to get a digital clock going. Yeah, I mean, one way to do it might be to have like a model with skin numbers 0 through 9, and then you could like cycle them, and you could use VScript. But there's other ways to do it too. I've seen it done before. The map source files are public, yeah. But look how they do it in Portal. Does Portal have a digital clock that moves? Yeah, I guess they do in the beginning. That's right. Nobody's tried to come through this door yet. Flashback to when I thought my FORCC tone map was broken, but it turned out my gamma was at max. I'd be terrified if I was the one playing. Yeah, it's not affecting me as much as it did last time because I've already played this and I've seen like the fail state for it. So it doesn't scare me as much. I think if I knew what I was doing the first time I played, I'd be a lot more tense. I wonder what the story behind this map is. You know, like, what's in the pit? Why are we sealing it? Why are there zombies trying to get in? Yeah, almost got it. I should grab a board while I'm over here. I love the vent opening. I have some issues with the map mechanically, but I love the slow vent creaking open. It is creepy. Yeah, it is really scary, especially the first time it happens and you can see the vent just slowly opening. I think I did it. The pit has been sealed. Congratulations. That was it. Oh. I mean, I can't blame you too much because you have 2 separate entries in one challenge. Like, that's a big deal. I wonder if I should have tried to do 3 entries per stream instead of 4. Because I did like 1 stream with 4 entries and 1 stream with 5 entries. That was a bit too much. Well played. After fixing the door barricade twice, the zombies just stopped going for it. Oh, that makes sense. Moving Forward was such a good map. All of these maps are good. Like, this was a great challenge. The pit is wrapped up. Exactly. Sassy Rose, would you mind if I look at the map source file for Blue Canary? While we're here, figure might as well. I don't usually look at map source files on stream like this, but I think it's actually a good idea. Let's see, we got Moving Forward, we got Blue Canary, here we are. I'm a bit mad on Moving Forward. I get why people like it. I was personally a bit disappointed going into it expecting puzzles. I liked the story, you know? Like, the puzzles were very simplistic, but I don't mind that too much. Especially with so many entries to go through, like having one entry where I could kind of give my brain a rest. I know it was the first one, but it was like not really needing to strain myself too hard on it was good. Because a lot of these entries were very difficult. What is this sound? Oh. Whoa. And so... You made this track? Sorry, that's really loud. Wow. This isn't Gmod, but I'm glad to hear that. Welcome in. I Void VR. The G-Man room is under the barn. Ooh. Wait, so how does that work? I could just play through it again real quick before we wrap up stream, because it's a short one now that I know the solution to the puzzle. I like the story and aesthetics of Moving Forward a lot, but I was craving some puzzles. Yeah, but like I feel like it was a good slow start into the challenge, and then I got my fix for puzzles and combat in the later entries. I'm gonna just play all the way through Blue Canary again. I know it's not what the stream was supposed to be for. I was just supposed to be wrapping up the maps that I didn't finish, but I think it'll go by pretty quickly. I love that background you made. That's such a good, like, title card. Sometime before Half-Life Alyx, far north of City 17. Void VR, what do you mean it says it's Gary's mod? What says it's Gary's mod? Oh, so, one thing I regret with BC besides the gate puzzle was not getting a replacement for the HEV suit. I was wondering about that. It did seem a little out of place. I was going to ask you about these, background textures. Like, if there's any story behind these. Are we supposed to be Wally, by the way? And where did you get this art from? Like, there's just so much here, even on this one corkboard. Here's our room. Oh, one thing I mentioned earlier, I guess you've already seen it, but I love this, like, curtain? This curtain thing. Really good. Wally was supposed to be a character who would wake you up. He was the Canary supervisor. That was all concept art drawn by me in the first few weeks. Oh, that's cool. And I like how he made it into the map, even if he wasn't a voiced character, excuse me. He still lives on. The shower curtain is all brushwork? No way. That looks like a prop. That's really good. Yeah, I sort of rationalized that the hazard suit was there because you're doing hazard, you know, cleanup work, and maybe they had one lying around. But I didn't think too hard about it. It does make sense that it should be like a Combine, like, hazard suit. Can't read this very well. I like these crates too. I like the whole idea that there's other paths to get the Combine perks other than Civil Protection. So it's like this was an alternative. Instead of joining Civil Protection, you joined the Hazard Scouts. Electromagnetic radiation detected. Oh, so I did not pick up on that. It looks so perfectly in line with the Combine art style. Exactly. I would love to see, like, an entire mod of this. I love the little bits of world building and Half-Life Alyx of life under the Combine and how you just live and work in that world. Yeah! Really makes me think about it. Oh, that's not enough power. I need 4, not... Okay. I think it was 3 and 2, right? Oh, wait. Nope, it was 3 and 1, I think is what I need. Wait, is there really a typo? I didn't see that. I'm gonna go back and look. Oh, and, am I saying your name right? Should I say, is it pronounced like Sassy Ross or Sassy Rose? I see the E in there and it's confusing me. I wanted to ask about this symbol because I noticed it in another entry. Is this something that you made from the map for the map, or is it, oh, I got it. Wait, which way did I get it? Nerf 10 points for dyslexia. As weird as it sounds, a full adventure game-esque mod about being a hazmat guy would be fun. I totally agree. I would love to see that. I could see a little bit of combat working against like Zen creatures too, but that's maybe not. Maybe that ruins it. Maybe it should be more of like a horror adventure experience like Amnesia. Family. Sassy Ross. Okay. Just want to make sure that I'm saying that right. I made it. Radial asked to use it for his. Oh, that makes sense. It's such a good idea. I think you saw the VOD, but I was geeking out when I saw this because you used the Combine claw to make the Biohazard logo. That's so smart. Like, it just works really well. Oops, I messed it up. I messed it up. Okay. Okay. There we go. There we go. Oop, I messed it up again, didn't I? I totally messed it up again. This one and this one. Very inspired by Infra and Myst. Oh, that makes sense. I haven't played Infra. I really should play Infra. I know of Myst. I guess I never completed Myst, but I definitely played a little bits of it as a child. Oh, and I love the risk assessments too. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to take too long, so I should hurry it up. But this is it's just so good. This was the part that I didn't understand. Warning, unknown hazard error. Homework due the next day puzzle. Yeah. I think it's always better to, like, I don't know, like, play it more safe. Like, did you really need a second puzzle? I know it probably would have seemed too short. People would have complained, like, oh, the map's too short, you only have one puzzle. But, like, I think it's better than the alternative of people getting lost or getting stuck. See, this map has such a unique aesthetic, but it still feels Half-Life 2 at the same time. It feels like something that you'd see in an official Valve episode. In that way. There's Gordon. Oh yeah, it is true. It's meant to be an eye candy puzzle. Or eye candy entry.
We'll see about that.
Also, another interesting lore thing about this map is that it makes it so that Gordon really was in stasis. I've always thought it's kind of weird that people say Gordon was in stasis rather than saying Gordon time traveled, because from Half-Life to Half-Life 2, it is more like he was teleported into the future than like he was held in stasis somewhere. But this shows that he actually was held in stasis during that time. The G-Man had him, you know, encased in something, waiting to be activated again. And I think that makes more sense. It brings things back into line with how people talk about Gordon. So I think that's good. It answers that question. Half of my mapping these days is slice of life in the post-episode 2 world. That's a really good setting. They put him in the White Crystal prison. Yeah. Okay, so this time I'm not going to do the Warden. I might do a whole stream dedicated to the Warden, especially if there's a patch. I got near the end and I was soft-locked in my review stream, unfortunately, so I wasn't able to complete the Warden. But if there is ever a patch, I would love to play it again and dedicate one whole stream to that. Otherwise, I think that wraps up the wrap-up for now. Gordon was punished for his crimes against crystals in the Half-Life 1 ending by being shoved into one. Yeah. It's so good. This was a great challenge. On Saturday, I'm going to review Beyond the Bar 2. I'm thinking of starting my stream an hour earlier than I usually do at 2 p.m. local time. And I have timestamps in my Discord server for that. Because I have a limited amount of time on Saturday. I can't go very long, but I want to give the entries the amount of time that they're due. So I might not finish all the entries. I know there's 4 entries. I'm thinking maybe I'll play 3 of them or 4 if I'm feeling ambitious, and try to give a review in a MapLabs style. I know it's not MapLabs, but I'll use the same review format that I use for MapLabs. What was that, Zapazard? This title screen is definitely unrelated, but I'll assume this is what was in the pit. Yeah, it makes sense. This is the pit. But let me try to find a channel to raid. If you're looking for announcements for future streams, remember to check my Blue Sky. I haven't posted there recently. I didn't announce this one, but I'll announce big streams as they get planned. And join my Discord if you want the most up-to-date information about when I'm streaming. The snowman is the root of all evil, yeah. Let's see. Who do we have to raid? I'm gonna raid a streamer I haven't talked to in a while. An old friend. They're playing Schedule One. I've heard good things about that game. It's like Breaking Bad or something. So I'm curious about it. So we're gonna raid into a streamer playing Schedule One, and hopefully I'll see you guys on Saturday for Beyond the Bar 2. Thanks so much for joining, and have a good rest of your night. Bye for now.